Tesla not at fault in 2019 Model S crash in California, jury finds. Tesla is not at fault for a Model S crash in California in 2019, according to a jury decision. The driver in the case ignored the company's warnings about driving on city streets, and the vehicle's collision response systems worked correctly. Tesla was found not guilty in the Model S crash that occurred in California in 2019, the jury ruled on Friday. The jury did not award damages to Los Angeles resident Justine Xu, who sued Tesla in 2020. The plaintiff argued Tesla was negligent, fraudulent, and in breach of contract. Xu alleged in her lawsuit that the Tesla Model S she was driving had autopilot on at the time of the accident. The car swerved and crashed into a median on a city street. The plaintiff also claimed the airbags caused her injuries, that they broke her jaw and damaged a nerve. The jury determined that Tesla properly warned users not to use the autopilot system while driving on city streets, but Xu violated this. In addition, the airbags worked properly. This case is revealing as it shows that some owners are violating driving regulations and company warnings, and creating traffic accidents. In addition, these owners sometimes blame Tesla for the accidents, although they are themselves responsible. All Tesla vehicles come with autopilot as a standard feature. This is a driver assistance system. If users want enhanced driving features for their vehicles, they can purchase enhanced autopilot for $6,000 or FSD for $15,000. Source: reposted and summarized from Eva Fox at Tasmanian. Tesla energy storage business is booming. The Tesla energy business, after a period of consistent growth, has significantly accelerated and entered into a phase of very rapid expansion. Things on the solar side are also positive, but this branch is relatively small. According to the company, in Q1, Tesla energy generation and storage revenues increased by 148% year-over-year to $1.529 billion, 6.6% of the total revenues, while the cost of revenues stands at $1.361 billion. Tesla Energy Storage Q1 2023. Tesla reports that its battery energy storage system's BESS deployment more than quadrupled year-over-year, up 360% year-over-year to a new quarterly record of 3,889 megawatt-hours MWH, or nearly 4 gigawatt-hours GWH. This result is pretty amazing when compared to the historical deployment levels, but at the same time, it's still just the beginning. It's expected that in the near future, quarterly results will exceed 10 gigawatt-hours. Total battery energy storage Powerwall, PowerPack and Megapack deployment. Q1, 3,889 megawatt-hours, up 360% year-over-year. Tesla explains that the boost was possible thanks to the launch of the all-new Megapack factory in Lathrop, California, announced in 2021. Which is expected to produce 40 gigawatt-hours of Megapack battery systems annually, 10 gigawatt-hours per quarter on average. Energy storage deployments increased by 360% YoY in Q1 to 3.9 gigawatt-hours, the highest level of deployments we have achieved due to ongoing Megafactory ramp. The ramp of our 40 gigawatt-hours Megapack factory in Lathrop, California has been successful, with still more room to reach full capacity. In the future, there will be more such plants built around the world, including the recently announced one in Shanghai, potentially around 40 gigawatt-hours a year, assuming around 10,000 Megapack units. The investment is estimated at about $2 billion and should be ready in 2024, production start in Q2 2024. This Megapack factory will be the first of many. We recently announced our second 40 gigawatt-hours Megafactory, this time in Shanghai, with construction starting later this year. Those two plants alone, at full capacity, should be able to produce 80 gigawatt-hours of BESS. And on top of that comes a few GWh per year from Tesla's other facilities. The next step might be a third BESS factory 40 gigawatt-hours a year in Europe, where there is a pretty solid demand for such products. Tesla offers three main types of S products. All numbers tentative might change with future product iterations. Powerwall for home installations 13.5 kilowatt-hours usable 7 kilowatts peak 5 kilowatts continuous per unit. PowerPack for commercial installations up to 232 kilowatt-hours up to 130 kilowatts per unit. Megapack 3 megawatt-hours units, the largest project by utilities. Tesla Powerwall. Tesla PowerPack. Tesla Megapack. Tesla Solar Q1 2023. In the case of the solar business, conventional panels and solar roof, the results are slightly improved compared to the previous year. In Q1, Tesla managed to increase solar deployments by 40% year-over-year to 67 megawatts MW. However, as we can see below, this result is far from Tesla's best results, especially in the era of Solar City. Tesla explains. Solar deployments increased by 40% YoY in Q1 to 67 megawatts, but declined sequentially in the quarter, predominantly due to volatile weather and other factors. In addition, the solar industry has been impacted by supply chain challenges. Total solar conventional panels and solar roof deployment. Q1, 67 megawatts, up 40% year-over-year. Tesla's solar solutions. Tesla solar panels. Tesla solar roof. Solar roof. Tesla remains silent in its quarterly report about the solar roof installation progress. The solar roof is produced at Gigafactory 2 in New York. See also LGES battery plant in Arizona gets a revision. It will be much bigger. Tesla to use 4,680 type battery cells in megapacks. LFP or NCM. Source. Reposted and summarized from Mark Kane at Inside EVS. EPA EV range estimates challenged by new research. The Society of Automotive Engineers (SAE) and Car and Driver have published a report challenging the EPA's EV range estimate calculations. As revealed by countless surveys, one of the most critical specifications for EV buyers is how far the vehicle can drive on a single charge. But often, without a way to test it themselves, EV customers are forced to use the number printed on the window sticker or posted on the EPA's website, which is the agency that has typically tracked and measured these capabilities. Now, those numbers are being challenged by research from SAE International and the Car and Driver magazine. According to the research published by Car and Driver, the EV range estimates published by the EPA are, on average, 12.5% higher than the numbers they achieved in their testing, which could be quite a shock for a car buyer. In comparison, Car and Driver's ICE vehicle testing was only 4% off of the EPA's estimates, which were actually lower than their testing results. As noted in the published report, this range discrepancy was entirely expected, thanks to the difference in testing methodology, but that was ostensibly the point. First, because the EPA only provides consumers with a single highway city combined range number, which is slightly weighted towards city driving 55-45. Customers who predominantly drive on the highway will consistently fail to reach the estimated range number. Further, the inverse is true for drivers who spend most of their time in the city. The EPA was not immediately available to comment to Teslarati on their testing procedures. The second discrepancy point highlighted in the paper concerns testing methodology, in which the EPA currently provides options for automakers on how to complete the testing. This means different automakers, or even different models, will be dramatically different in their estimated range compared to their real-life range, adding to customer confusion. Nowhere is this second point seen better than in highway testing, which is once again significantly skewed upwards. Instead of testing the vehicles at actual highway speeds, 75 miles per hour, the speed used in car and drivers testing, automakers test at a lower speed and then multiply their results by a reduction factor, determined by how many runs the vehicle completes. Third, and perhaps worst of all, these slight discrepancies, mixed with automakers self-reporting their results, can mean that different brands take wildly different approaches and report drastically different figures compared to real life. Perhaps the starkest example found by Car and Driver was the difference in EV range reported by Tesla and Porsche. While the German brand was incredibly conservative with its range estimates, Tesla was slightly more generous than the testing completed by the Car magazine. Luckily, according to Car and Driver, fixing these issues would be fairly simple. First, the paper suggests providing consumers with an EV highway and city range number, with each of those estimates being found by separate testing, similar to current gas vehicle testing. Second, removing or adjusting the reduction factor toward more realistic use, higher highway speeds will provide a more accurate number to consumers. And third and finally, enforcing more consistent testing standards between automakers will help consumers more accurately gauge the capabilities of the cars they are buying. Source: reposted and summarized from William Johnson at Teslarati. Tesla Model Y vs Audi RS4 drag race reveals practical sports car winner. A Tesla Model Y took on an Audi RS4 Avant in a drag race, highlighting which vehicle is the clear choice for those looking for a practical performance car. There is an extensive segment of the performance car market for those looking for something fast yet practical. Since the earliest days of the automotive industry, this segment has been the proving ground for most performance vehicles, and now more than ever, the Tesla Model Y performance has become the clear choice. This has never been better highlighted than in a new drag race posted on YouTube by CarWow, in which the popular EV takes on the Audi RS4 Avant wagon. The Audi RS4 has historically been an excellent choice for those looking for a performance car that can do car things. Need to go to the grocery store? No problem. Have to grab some tools and supplies at Home Depot? Not even a question. Have to fit your family, dog, and luggage for a multi-day road trip? The wagon will do it all. But with the advent of EVs, this historic titan has finally met its match. Looking at the specifications of the two vehicles, this is easily one of the closest races that there could be. The Tesla Model Y performance has a substantial output advantage, 527 horsepower, compared to the 450 from Audi's twin-turbo 2.9-liter V6. However, it is held back by an equally considerable weight disparity, highlighted in the video. This adds up to an incredibly tight race regarding the power-to-weight ratio. Surprisingly, despite the Tesla's off-the-line advantage, the Audi quickly catches up and makes it a tight race each time they run. However, the Audi only beat the Tesla consistently over the half-mile with a 30 miles per hour moving start. For those considering the practicality of both vehicles, the Tesla Model Y has its German counterpart beat. In the proper configuration, it carries more people and stuff, front trunk. And with its suite of tech offerings, including full self-driving, it even beats the Audi in software capabilities. Perhaps more shocking than the Model Y's performance parity with the Audi is its pricing. At its base model, the Audi 4 rupees is nearly £10,000, $12,443 more expensive than the Tesla Model Y performance. And that doesn't even include generous incentives offered by the British government. Those who splurge for Audi's top-tier model are looking at an even wider price discrepancy, over £25,000, $31,108. Ignoring the performance parity and pricing advantage of the Model Y, the Tesla has one other distinct advantage over its German counterpart: access. As the British government has tightened restrictions regarding where ICE vehicles can be driven, and numerous other European countries look to do the same, choosing the gas Audi over the electric Tesla is quickly becoming impractical. Overall, the best news for consumers is that high-performance family offerings aren't going away anytime soon. As Audi and other traditional performance brands continue to improve their electric offerings, the options people can choose from will become increasingly higher quality and of more variety. Hopefully, those upcoming electric offerings can come sooner rather than later. Source: reposted and summarized from William Johnson at Teslarati. Tesla offers Model S and Model X customers amazing new incentive. Tesla is now offering free charging to Model S and Model X buyers, following the introduction of another incentive for current Tesla owners. Tesla's recent shift in pricing strategy has been quite chaotic. Since the start of this year, the automaker has introduced 6 separate price cuts and, most recently, a price increase on the Model S and Model X. However, for new Model S and X customers, the company has introduced a new incentive, which more than makes up for the recent price increase. The new incentive, free supercharging for 3 years, was first discovered at the end of the week as an incentive for owners to upgrade from older vehicles with unlimited free supercharging. But now, as reported by the Kilowatts on Twitter, that incentive is also being extended to new Model S and Model X customers as well. Several newer Model S and X owners are reporting their Tesla app indicates that their car is included in Tesla's newest free supercharging for 3 years program. This offer was announced yesterday alongside a S and X price increase and is not expected to extend to cars purchased. As a growing number of people have gotten to enjoy the benefits of free supercharging, showing them how much money they can save over an entire year, this incentive has proved incredibly powerful. And even for those who have never owned an electric car, the prospect of not paying for fuel costs for 3 years is a fantastic opportunity. However, it should be noted that this benefit is being introduced precisely because of how good free supercharging is. Some of the earliest Teslas ever sold were given access to unlimited free supercharging, and ever since, the automaker has been working on getting customers to give it up. Though it remains unclear how successful it has been. Tesla is far from the only automaker looking to incentivize customers with charging deals like this. However, it is certainly the only one with access to its own charging grid, the supercharging network. Currently, Ford, Hyundai, Kia, and even General Motors are offering customers free or reduced rate charging with notable partners, including ChargePoint, Electrify America, and many more. However, none have yet to introduce an incentive as aggressive as 3 years of free charging. With increasing competition within the EV segment, automakers may need to increase the number and value of incentives like these to attract customers. Especially in the United States, where Tesla remains dominant in the market. Source: reposted and summarized from William Johnson at Teslarati. Tesla Low Region Mode may return to its cars. Tesla may bring low region mode back to their cars. This is hinted at in the release notes for the new update, which one of the owners accidentally saw. One Tesla owner accidentally saw the release notes for a supposedly new update, according to the Not a Tesla app. One of the interesting observations was the reintroduction of low region mode. This mode makes it easier for drivers to adapt to the regenerative braking system (RBS). This system is unique to EVs and hybrids, but can sometimes result in reduced range and increased brake use. Previously, Tesla offered low and normal regeneration options. However, newer models only used normal mode, which is a more efficient option. If the update does bring low regeneration capability, it will give drivers more control over their driving experience. Each of them will be able to choose for themselves the best option that best suits their driving style and will help them adapt more easily after using a car with an internal combustion engine. Regenerative braking is an important feature of electric vehicles. It allows drivers to slow down without using the brake pedal. In fact, by releasing the accelerator pedal, the car starts to brake, recuperating energy and extending the life of the brake components. Using this system, you can increase the range of the car by up to 10% and extend the life of the brakes by more than 50%. Source: reposted and summarized from Eva Fox at Tasmanian.